everybody. Got some phlegm in my throat. That was a good noise. Everybody, we're finishing up Kingdom Come. We're doing the epilogue now, and I wanted to get it done and over with, and because I don't know how long we'll be able to stream tonight or today. I'm not streaming all tonight because I have work. I have work tonight, so no stream tonight, obviously. Has been for the last couple of Saturdays, but since I've learned that nobody cares about my schedule, whether in real life or in stream now. I mean, is that my some reason, right? I go to work the same time every day, every week for the last couple of weeks, and you know, I was like,
stop right there. I have to search you.
What, me? Why?
What part didn't you understand?
What's going on?
Orders of his lordship.
I'm here on important business, and you're gonna hold me up with some bloody inspection?
Well, if that's the way it is, go ahead then.
What the fuck was that about? Yeah, so I have work tonight, but no stream. But I wanted to finish this game. We got pretty far last night. That 5-hour fucking thing. Thought I'd be able to finish it. I'm about to probably go to the bigger castle. I have to go to the bigger castle. I'm gonna stop by the shop real quick and repair my goddamn armor. Come on. Let me phase. Phase up, my dude. You think they reward me with my own shit? Can I get like a sigil for myself? Like my shield and my sword don't fucking match. I just want to repair my armor because I feel like we're gonna get in like at least one final battle with that fucking one guy.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Sure, go ahead and repair that over here. Just, you know what? Repair all of it. It's for me sword. I don't know how much money I have on me.
Wow.
What?
Well.
This because they always see the same goddamn garbage every time.
God bless. Can I? God be with
I could have paid this one.
you. Let's have a word
I
about.
could have paid the last one as well. There's a high chance I'd make for if I was if I was continuing playing the game. I would definitely make the money back. No real issue, but
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna be in this game that much longer. I'm hoping at least an hour, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, does it? No. See, this is probably the only thing we're gonna be doing tonight for a stream because he said cutting out ever so slightly. Because work tonight, which it's gonna take me extremely long because it's still like 12 o'clock now. So it's really great. It's really great. It's really good to stick your hands inside a machine that's been holding milk tea all day, and then get that disgusting grime all over your fingers. It's terrible.
Oh,
Don't ever
Are you
work.
going to the
It
meeting with
sucks.
Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume
That we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
Came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How they changed, Your Grace.
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
His mouth
How
bothers
did
me.
the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What you're saying, Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Berghoff is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghoff, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts. And now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war!
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghoff at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
But
Ooh. Oh, a little risky.
I doubt Berghoff would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I pack my things.
Excellent. Margrave Yobst and I will draft the letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
glad I didn't push for it last night, because this would definitely have taken all night.
Name as Lord of Light.
So I'm just gonna click on OBS so it stops flashing at me.
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes. I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Berghoff is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Berghoff tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Berghoff is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
Nope.
That's about all.
Very well.
That's a wall of text I don't want to fucking listen to.
Hanush. And good luck, son.
Thanks, Papa. Just fucking kill myself.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
At the cup of his arm, like so his
You
forearm,
leave, my lord,
you can see
there
into
is
his
one
sleeve.
thing that gives me no rest.
From his hand, you can see
Why
further
did Sigismund
back.
come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Gold spade, Henry. 85 bucks. Thanks. Turn that if you like. Maybe this wasn't gonna be as long as I thought it was.
What the?
Really?
Stay away from people if you can't ride a horse, you moron.
He appeared inside of my horse.
So, can we set off now, Henry? Of course. I can't wait.
No, I
So,
regret
to
ending
horse.
it before.
The Lord of Berghoff is bound to be waiting as eagerly.
I don't know if they're planning on doing a fucking full-on horse ride out of here, then yeah, the next fucking half hour.
I'm getting used to it. And what about Rodsey? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord.
Yo! Learn how to ride a horse.
Yeah, learn not to walk on the road.
What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggars belief.
Beggars belief. Oh, it's a
Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
pussy?
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trust in your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
That's the guy that's falling behind, huh?
I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let them shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Ha! Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lambert, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
W the game.
And what about the League of Lords?
I really wish we would push
Wealthy,
into like a fucking
pompous.
walking.
The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit, but the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back in their old tricks.
This is Neuhof. Yeah, this is Neuhof. Surprised I never saw that shrine. I'm pretty sure I rode in on this road before. I'm just as bouncy on the horse as he is. I can still kind of see a little bit into my shoulder. God, can you fucking ride any slower, dude? I mean, you guess you could be riding as fast as your fucking envoy. Why can't I get full plate armor like him? Ooh. A little camp up here on the road where you get ambushed, right? What are you doing? Oh.
Well, if it isn't the world-renowned victor of the rat-eye tourney, Henry of Skalitz.
Are you wishing you'd stayed home at Rattay instead of joining in our nighttime venture?
You must be joking. I haven't had so much fun since... actually ever.
Really? Despite being wounded? Actually, you missed the best part. When I was hauling you like a sack of grain to the battlements dead to the world.
It can't have been that much fun if I fell asleep. But you might have handled me a bit more gently. I'm black and blue all over.
Oh, alright then. Next time I'll just leave you to Istvan's tender mercies.
Nonsense. What would you do without me? Still, thank you for hauling me out of there.
Anything for you, my lord.
You can see my knee, like, to the floating plate there. I gotta wait for him to sit down, I guess I don't. Ooh. This is my stuff.
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
Are you ready for this? There's a rabbit over there.
Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that horseman who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming. Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juva!
Something about fortune awaits, I think. Half hour that took. Do I not get to skewer him before? Like, I'm confused. The cutscene apparently. Try to play the fucking credits at me again. I'm gonna be upsetty spaghetti. Is that really just it? Fuck that. Let's go fucking... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Here we go. Okay, so that is everything. I wish I had just stayed the last half hour of that. Fucking, whatever. And there's no way to kill them. You know, it's just a thing on there. There's no way to do it, so that's cool. Boy, thank you for watching. Sorry that I didn't include it. I guess I'll upload it now and fucking put them out at the same time. What's the point of not, you know? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the series, make sure to let me know in the comments. Leave a like on the video. If you guys want to put in the comments like what you want to see next kind of stuff. If you would prefer I go back to a game that I've not entirely finished, like finish off All Knight's bosses, or go back to Moonlighter and make sure to continue that fucking garbage fire of me getting fucking killed every 5 seconds, we'll do that. But I'm not quite sure what I want to do for the next game, or if I want to continue anything. I'm upset that that's how it ends. That you don't get to fight him for the sword, and you don't get, like, maybe into the second game, but like, dude, eat my ass. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time. Goodbye.